My name is Eric. I'm 17. I'm from Mangry. I'm really into sport. I love it. I've been doing it ever since I was a kid.
We've flown Eric to Wellington to discover the fascinating and diverse career opportunities in sports turf management. What better place to start his voyage of discovery than here at the Westpac Stadium, home of the Hurricanes, the Wellington Lions, the new Wellington Phoenix soccer team and more. The sacred turf is managed by Brett Sipthorpe.
Sports turf management is the preparation of sports fields, particularly in a stadium environment, to the best possible level. Welcome to Westpac Stadium.
Wow, this is cool. Big, really big.
The myth about this trade is that it's just grass. Grass is what you have on your front lawn. Turf is a completely different environment altogether. Great environment to work in here. It shuts the whole world out, so you can come in and do your work, and yeah, you can escape at the end of the day.
Cool.
Don't even think about going home, Eric, because the work's just started.
Okay, we'll show you a bit about what we use to mow the field. It's all fairly basic once you get used to it, but yeah, it looks like a little bit of a maze at the moment.
Brett explains the controls before letting Eric loose with the blades.
Just don't rip your foot straight off, just do it nice and slowly. Look at this. Yeah. And just put your foot down.
The pitch is mowed in a special pattern so it looks great for the TV cameras.
So
That was cricket, huh?
no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for a first go. To be good at this job, it is handy if you've got a bit of patience. You get a good team environment, and it's a very rewarding job. I mean, you've cut over a quarter of the field then, and you've done really well.
That was fun.
Eric might have the mowing sorted, but the design of a sports field is another career path he could follow.
For someone working on the above ground components of the sports field, it would be very useful for them to learn more about what's happening beneath the ground as well. The drainage scheme is probably the most important thing, to channel that surface water away. Coming up with a good design for a sports field drainage scheme is very involved. It involves quite a detailed procedure from initial site investigation work, looking at the inherent soil properties of a site, and looking at all the site features, and then taking that forward and designing the scheme around those site features.
If you've got a love of sport and you can transfer that into this trade, you'll always love working in it, because you're surrounded by sport every day of the year basically.
You might have a ground level view at the 22, but if the try line's crooked, there'll be hell to pay.
And we'll go back up the other end and we'll see how you go. All right, all you've got to do is just keep that left hand edge against the string, and that'll give you a nice straight line all the way across, and just take your time. That's pretty good. It's not bad for a first go. That's a really good effort for a first attempt. Plenty of games on TV that they're not as straight as that, so that's a pretty good go.
What do you learn from the job?
You learn how to really manage a field. You learn how to diagnose diseases, build fertiliser programs, and basically keep the field in good condition all year round.
So it's becoming clear to Eric that to become a good sports turf manager, you need a lot of skills. It's not just mowing grass and painting lines. Next stop for Eric is Wellington's Wakefield Park, which boasts 7 cricket pitches. The park is managed by Wellington City Council, and Nathan Ackroyd is 2 years into his sports turf management apprenticeship with the council.
So when you're like in apprenticeship, like what are the sort of things you do?
Well, with the council, it's really good because you get a wide range of skills. So you learn how to mark out fields, soccer fields, rugby fields, put up tennis nets, put up netball goalposts, rugby goalposts, as well as the cricket work. And some councils also have a golf course as well, so you also learn that side of it as well. So that makes it probably a lot more exciting than just purely being on a golf course.
So, armed with a bit of background knowledge, Nathan shows Eric the practical side of things. So Eric now knows a bit about the industry, but there are 2 things he wants to know.
So what's the tough thing about it?
Probably the study. No, it's not too bad. There's, like, you have your days. I mean, toughest part would probably be working in the rain, really.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, you still need to get out there and have the fields ready for the weekend.
And
What's the best bit about the job?
Being involved in international sport, whether it be cricket, rugby league, it's always a Tri-Nations or a Super 14, and it's great to be involved at that highest level. And when we do all our logos and numbers, basically for the numbers, we just place it down and trace it out, and then we just colour it in. We'll get you to do the number 2, and basically all you do is you're running the brush over the top. You don't want to scrub it in, so you're just brushing over the top like that. Let's see how you go. Yep.
sponsorship logos and the 22-metre markings have to be painted on before every game.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of paint on there, but when you get up at the television camera angle, it always looks good on a game.
The paint has to be lightly brushed onto the surface so it can be removed easily for the next event. So Eric has discovered that there is a whole host of opportunity out there in the sports turf industry. He could eventually be in charge of a stadium like Brett, working for one of the many local councils up and down the country, maybe be in charge of a racetrack like Ellerslie, or maybe eventually be a golf course superintendent. That sports turf always needs managing. Career opportunities are vast, and where your career takes you is up to just one person, you. One man who started at grassroots level and now runs his own sports turf business is Brett Turner.
Like most trades, most people think that once you've got your trade, you've done your time, you've done your 3 to 4 years of training, that's where it ends. But there's a lot that continues on from there. It's about managing stadiums, managing golf courses. The areas that you can move in the trade, in the turf trade, is huge. It can take you all over the world, all through New Zealand, into every facet of management that you can actually think of. Well, I started off as a superintendent of this golf course here, Te Kapuna. We've grown it into a $12 million a year company that looks after not only golf courses but sports parks, general parks. We're into agronomy, where we're talking about designing golf courses and the profiles that make up golf courses, to constructing those fields and golf courses as well. So there's plenty of room to move.
So how'd you enjoy your day?
I loved it. Yeah, learned a lot of stuff today.
Is it something you think you'd like to get into in the future?
Yeah, this can be like my future job.
Thought you did really well. You picked up all the tasks we gave you. You did a really good job. So here's your opportunity, mate. Go for a run.
Run down there.
Yeah.
Can I jog?
You can jog if you like.
It takes 3.5 years to gain a Level 4 national certificate in sports turf management through the Primary Industry Training Organisation. Qualifications are also available up to a diploma level. As well as on-the-job training and assessments, there are correspondence assignments and annual courses to attend. The training provided by this qualification sets you up with an industry-wide skill set, making it the ideal basis for advancing in all sectors of the turf industry. An apprentice's salary starts from about $25,000 per annum, and the potential earnings of a greenkeeper can be over $100,000.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.